Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday. Beautiful, beautiful. So I just wanted to share, I went to the gym this morning and I had some interesting thoughts. While I was working out, I'm a part of, or I pay for like high intensity interval training. These classes in the early morning, right? And so I was thinking about it, and I don't go every day to these classes. But then I was thinking, when I do go, I feel so good when I go, right? And I was thinking, okay, after this, I'm going to journal how I feel, right? And how am I feeling right now? I feel so freaking good. I feel accomplished. I feel successful. I feel proud of myself. I feel good about myself. And so I'm feeling all these feelings, and I'm like, I gotta, write these down, journal it out, journal how I'm feeling in these moments, right? So then when you're in a funk, you can go back to remember how you felt in that moment, right? And so it was so funny because after the class, I decided to do some lifting and lower body lifting, right? Hip thrusts, good morning, squats. What else did I do? Deadlifts, right? And it was so funny, like, I'm just thinking about nothing. I'm just thinking about my body while I'm lifting, right? And just feeling the muscles. Like, it's called mind-muscle connection. So, not, glancing around, good morning. Not glancing around, at what someone else is doing on your left or somewhere to your right. And you're wandering, your mind is wandering as you're working out, right? I do it sometimes. I think everyone does it. Or you look over here and you're like, oh, that's a big booty. Or, oh, those are some really nice muscles, Like, you can be inspired by that stuff and whatever, but at the same time, stay in your own energy. Stay in your power, right? While you're lifting, stop wandering, the premises. Stay in your energy, stay in your body, and remember the feeling of what you're doing to these muscles. And it connects your mind. Just be aware of your mind-muscle connection and basically like focusing on that muscle that you're working, right? So I was doing that and I kept thinking, remember this feeling, right? And I remember, a while back, someone had mentioned a runner's high. Like, you get so addicted, or people get addicted to running. Me, not so much. I decided, and I choose not to be a runner. It's just not something I take joy in. Maybe every once in a while I feel like it, but no, it's not my goal. It doesn't line up to what I want to do, right? Anyways, but people who do run, right? They talk about this runner's high. Like, you're kind of obsessed with running and you just... Okay, I'm back. Lost connection for a second. So this runner's high, okay? You're addicted to the feeling, okay? It's so funny. And I get these feelings in my body as I'm lifting. It felt very orgasmic. And I'm like, what the crap? Just these orgasmic feelings in my body as I'm lifting. And it kind of scared me a little bit. Because I'm like, am I supposed to be feeling this type of way as I'm lifting? Like, what the crap? Like, during the class, I was thinking about remember the feeling. Just the feeling of feeling good. And just proud of myself and feeling accomplished, and it's a good start to the day. And doing this, the extra stuff of lifting it just kind of, just this mind-muscle connection. I was so focused on, you know, focused on my muscle contracting, and I don't know the language for this stuff or whatever. And it was just very orgasmic feeling to me. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I guess I'm supposed to remember this feeling that working out and lifting can be orgasmic. And I don't know what a runner's high feels like, but I know now, like, what a lifting orgasmic feeling high is, right? It's kind of trippy and a little weird. I don't know if anyone's ever experienced this before, but yeah, it's hit me every once in a while throughout the years. But it hit me very strong today, and it was kind of weird. And it was very interesting. But a word of advice is, whatever you're doing, whatever your habit you're learning to obtain or be consistent with, right? Remember the feeling it gives you, okay? Remember the feeling it gives you. Journal it, write it down. A lot of times it's just a feeling of accomplishment. It's very popular, or being proud of yourself, or the feeling of being high, or whatever feeling you get when you work out. Write it down, and when you're in a funk, just come back to what you journaled and embody those feelings again, because it'll bring you out of that funk if you're ever in a funk. Right? I think we all have been there, right? And so, just a little advice: remember how you feel and journal it. So if next time you're like, I don't really want to go to the gym, blah blah blah, just refer back to your notes, refer back to your journal, and just remember the feeling of how you felt in that moment, and go back to it, and it just gets you out of the weirdness, right? But yeah, that's just what I wanted to share, that lifting or training in the gym or whatever, like, can be orgasmic, and it's a lot of it is due to mind muscle connection. And instead of just wandering while you're exercising, focus on your body. Be aware of your body. Anyways, that's all. Just a quick little blurb. It was kind of funny too. What else? ¿Qué más? Other than that, happy Wednesday. Enjoy your day, and pay attention to how you're feeling. A lot of it has to do with how you're thinking. So if you want to change how you're feeling, recognize how you're thinking, and change your thoughts. Change how you're thinking if you want to feel a different way. And ultimately, I believe our original design is to feel really, really good. So if you're not feeling really, really good, change how you're thinking about a thing. Change how you're viewing it, or just shift into what you're seeing every day. Choose to see and choose to think better feeling thoughts. That is all. Love you guys.